Hey everybody, jumping on here to do a quick tutorial for you guys. I'm going to try to do full face tonight. We'll see how that goes, but definitely going to do some eyeshadow for you, give you some ideas, just how I do my makeup on a weekly basis because I don't do my makeup every day. But this would be more of like a Sunday look. Like if you guys see me at church or on television on Sunday, this is going to be more along those lines. Something dressier, something a little more glam, a little bit more heavier coverage, because I've already shared a video with you guys about how to do a really quick face. So this is going to be heavier coverage. And if you're watching for the first time and you don't know what I'm talking about, I am using SEINT Beauty makeup, which I'm also selling. This is a cream-based makeup that come in these little tins, and you can just pop these tins into this palette. We have palettes in different sizes. Like this is one of our bigger sizes. We have them in like a medium size. We've got them in, let's see, like these little teeny tiny sizes. Just to grab and go, whatever suits you, whatever fits your need, you can use. They are all cream based, so cream based everything except for maybe eyeshadows, but we have cream eyeshadows too if that's your jam, if that's what you like. Cream eyeshadows. I don't personally use cream eyeshadows, but anyways. So terminology is a little bit different, and you'll pardon my my palette here is obviously very well loved and used all the time. I'm hitting 10 on a lot of these colors. But terminology is a little bit different. We're normally, like ladies, you know, we go by our foundation color. This is called a 3D foundation. So if you request a color match from me, I am actually going to match you to 2, maybe even 3 different colors for your face, because our face is not just one color, and we want to be 3D and chiseled and dimension. We want all of that. And this makeup is just incredible for that. So I will match you to a couple highlight colors. They're not actually, we don't actually call them foundation. We call them highlight colors. I'll match you to some. I would also request a contour color, and maybe 2 contour colors, give you guys some options, a bronzer and lip and cheek colors, which I would just suggest or recommend. You can get whatever you want. When it comes to contour or lip and cheek colors, and obviously eyeshadows, that is all on you, whatever you like. Some people like nude colors, neutral colors. Some women like more of the pinks or like bright red. Whatever you like, whatever makes you feel beautiful, you do it. But you have so many options. Anyways, everything fits into this one little tin. I love it for when I travel. This is a big one, but if I travel, I usually will take something like this size and just pop in my highlight colors, you know, 2 or 3 lip and cheeks and a bronzer, and a few of my eyeshadows, and I'm good to go for the weekend. I don't need anything more than that. And everything that I need is in this one little palette, instead of having to pack up all of that makeup and, you know, shove it in my purse or shove it in my bag. It's in one palette. It's amazing. My favorite makeup ever. And I've used a lot of makeup. I've tried a lot of things, and extremely affordable and reasonable prices. And they last forever. These tins that I have in this palette, they last forever. A couple of these I've had probably a year and a half. This, a year and a half. I know that for sure. I've replaced 1 or 2 tins maybe since I bought this stuff. You know, I don't want to lie. Maybe 3. I don't know. But not many. I haven't had to replace many. So they last forever. They're extremely affordable. They sit on the face beautifully, especially for maturing skin. It does not, because it's a cream base, it doesn't seep down into pores or into fine lines and wrinkles and things like that, that we're, you know, as we get older, we're more self-conscious about. It's just beautiful. It's such a beautiful makeup. Anyway, so I'm going to jump into doing a full face tonight with SEINT makeup. And there's a few things that I use that won't be SEINT, a couple of my favorites, and I will just kind of recommend them and show you guys what I use on a regular basis. So always I start with my eyes, because I don't want any fallout into my makeup. It just causes a huge cleanup. So I do my eyes first. I have actually already primed my eyelids with, I use this e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Matte Finish Concealer. It's very cheap. You can get it from Walmart, Target, like drugstores, I've even seen it at Old Navy. They have this everywhere. e.l.f. brand, and it's so cheap. A couple dollars. Literally just a couple dollars. It's a matte finish, and the reason why I do this is because my eyelids tend to get oily. My eyeshadows will slip off or just kind of clump up, and it would drive me crazy. Well, I finally found this. It's a matte finish. It's very dry on my eyelids, and my eyeshadows will stay all day long. Never have an issue. So, already primed. I put a tiny little bit on my eyelids. You can use whatever you want. If you want to prime your eyelids, I would highly suggest it. You can even use, if you want to use a cream, one of your highlight colors that you have in your palette. Starting on the eyes. I always start with my eyebrows. Everybody has their specific order. I always do my eyebrows. So, I am actually going to use a SEINT eyeshadow color, and this eyeshadow color is called Bird. It's a nice, like, brownish gray. I'm going to dip into Bird, just a tiny bit here, and I'm going to take my SEINT setting spray, which is also amazing. It smells like coconut, like the beach. I'm going to spray. I don't want to get it on my phone here while y'all are watching. And I am just going to go in, starting at about the middle and moving forward a little bit. I'm using eyeshadow to shape my brows, and I probably need to pluck my eyebrows, so y'all excuse the mess. Sorry. See, pretty shape. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to dip into Bird, and if you like your brows spraying with the setting spray, if you like your brows darker, you do whatever you want to do, whatever color you'd like to use, but this is my preference for brows, the color Bird. And I'm just following that shape, my eyebrows. There we go. All right, so there is that. Now, one of my favorite things that I have found, and this is also extremely cheap and affordable, to give the brow a real hair look. It is this Milani brand Weekend Brow, and I use the medium brown color. I'm going to come in here to my brows and literally just do little flicks up like hairs. Watch this. Look at that. See, it looks like little hairs. Very lightly, and I'm going to follow the whole brow and just put a couple strokes all the way throughout. You want to have a good steady hand for this. Okay. And that's it. That's how I do that brow. Isn't that pretty? Gives it a nice pretty shape. Might fill in a little bit under here. There you go. And see, it looks like hair. Same on this side. Hope y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm just kind of doing little hair flicks up. That one might be a little... Doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm a little picky with my eyebrows. Same thing, gonna kind of do some strokes all the way through. And there we go. Really pretty shape. I love the color, at least for me. And that's that. We did some eyebrows. So eyebrows are done. And now we're gonna get started on the eye color. Now, I always start by taking my eyeshadow brush, and I have these little janky brushes, like these old brushes. I have amazing SEINT brushes, but there's a couple of these old little ones that I still use. So I'm going to dip into this color Eggnog. It actually has a new name now because this was a Christmas color. I can't remember the new name, but if you're dying to have this color, I will find the new name for you and I will get it to you. But I'm going to dip into Eggnog. It's just kind of a shimmery, creamish color, and I'm going to go right underneath that brow to highlight. And I always start here. I don't know what you like to do, but that's what I like to do. So right under the brow, highlighting. Can you guys see me? Can you see that well? I'm afraid my light is bad, or my lighting where I'm sitting is bad. There we go, I'm highlighting. Pretty highlight color. All right, Eggnog. Then I am going to take my eyeshadow brush from SEINT. We have the best brushes. This eyeshadow brush has like a thicker end and then a small little end. And I'm going to start with the thicker end, and I'm going to dip into one of my favorite SEINT colors. Excuse me, I got hair in my mouth. Called Zion. I'm going to barely tap. These are extremely pigmented colors, so you don't need a ton. And if you need more, you can go back and add it. But just be careful starting. So I'm going to start here in this outer corner. And I'm going to move through the crease and kind of onto the lid here on the outer side of my lid. I'm going to move very lightly, blend that color in the crease. Then I have a hooded eye. So the colors seem to get, when I open my eye, they get lost in there. See, you can't see what I did. So because of that, and if you have a hooded eye, you want to take your color and come up on that brow bone. And here's a little trick. Open your eye. So I'm going to open my eye, and in that crease, I'm going to apply this color. That way, I know you're going to see it. And this color really makes your eyes pop. You want to be able to see it. You don't want your eyelids to be hiding your eyeshadow. For the longest time, I did that, and it would drive me crazy because I would take pictures and stuff, and I'm like, I spent like 2 hours doing my makeup, and you can't see it. So finally learned this little trick, actually from my upline in this business. So I open, and very softly, see, much better. See that color coming out from the top? Okay, Zion, and I'm going to go in on the other side. Dipping back into Zion, doing the same thing on this side. Starting on the outer corner, moving inward a little bit, then opening my eye and blending that color up. Blend, 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 blend. I like a really bold eye. So I may even come back in and go a little bit deeper with the color. I love, love, love this color. If you have blue eyes, browns, oranges, golds, they're going to make your eyes pop, pop, pop like crazy. Okay. That's Zion, and I'm going to add a little bit more on this side for that deep, pretty brick reddish orange color. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's beautiful. Okay, so we have on Zion, both eyes. Okay. Next, I am going to dip into, with the smaller end of my eyeshadow brush, into the color Philly. It's like a dark brown color. And I'm going to go to the outer corner of my eye and kind of move up a little bit, and then pull it down kind of over that lash line just a little bit. Okay, and bear with me, I know it looks a little crazy, so I'm pulling that up kind of at an angle up to that crease right there, and just kind of right there. Okay, pulling it down on my lash line. I'm going to turn the brush over onto the bigger side, and I am going to blend very softly inward. Blending inward. Want to really get a good, pretty blended look. Don't pull that dark color too far in. Keep it here on the outside, but blend, blend, blend. Pretty. It is evolving. Okay. All right, so we did that. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Dipping into Philly. Coming over here to the outer corner. And along that lash line, I'm just pulling it down along that lash line a tiny bit. Keeping it in that outer corner. Taking the bigger side of my brush, and I am blending inward very softly. These brushes are amazing. They blend like seamlessly and so easily. It's just, oh, so beautiful. Okay, so don't go too far in. Stay to the outside. Okay, pretty, pretty. See, we're coming together. Coming together. Love this look. Okay. Next, I'm going to go kind of glam for this particular look. So what I'm going to use now is actually an illuminator. It's one of our powder illuminators. It is called, goodness, what is it called? I'm going to have to look, guys. Georgia. It's called Georgia. It's called Georgia. See how pretty and like foily, shimmery it is? So what I do to get your shimmer colors more like foil looking, like bright and glittery and shimmery, here's a little trick. Actually, two little tricks. Now, if you don't like that and you just want to apply this color as a like thin eyeshadow, that's fine. It's still going to be beautiful, but I like the pop. So I am actually going to dip my finger into Georgia. And I'm going to take, where's my setting spray? There it is. I'm going to take my setting spray and mist. Just give it a little mist. Let it dry for a second. And I'm going to go in to the inner corner and kind of the inner part of my eyelid. And I'm going to tap that in with my finger. See how pretty that is? Look how pretty. That gold, shimmery gold. Again, this is called Georgia, and it's not an eyeshadow, it's an illuminator. But like I said, a lot of our products double as other things, whatever you want to use it for. But look how pretty. That pretty gold color. Doing the same thing, dipping into Georgia. A little squirt. And going in on the other side. It's so, so pretty. One of my favorite looks. And I come about halfway over on the eyelid, from the inner corner about halfway over. And I'm going to take that eyeshadow brush, the larger part again, and I'm going to blend in. You just want them to be blended real good. I'm going to blend from the outside in. And then the same on this side. From the outside in. Blending really good. And then If you want more drama, I'm actually going to go back in because I want it a little bit darker. I'm going to go back into my Philly and I am going to pull in on the bottom of that lash line and up through the crease just a tiny bit more because I want a little more like drama. Only the makeup kind, guys. Only the makeup kind. Doing the same thing on this side, pulling it out. I'm going to blend it kind of up and in, very lightly. Blending, isn't that pretty? Oh, so pretty. Okay, just make sure you're blended really well. There you go. Same on this side. I'm gonna blend inward. Don't go too far in. Just make sure that everything is blending really nice. Okay. And there you go. That's it for the lid for now. Isn't it pretty? So pretty. Okay. That's it for that for right now. For eyeshadow at least. I'm going to take my eyeliner, whatever eyeliner you prefer. SEINT does have one, but everybody, I feel like people's eyes just all are a little different and people have their favorite eyeliner. So if you have a favorite, go ahead and use it. This is one that I have come to love that my upline actually uses all the time. It is called One Size by Patrick Starr. It's like a gel liner and it just goes on super smooth and easy. So I'm going to come in here and just apply my eyeliner. Not too thick. You don't want to cover up all the work you did on your eyeshadow. Just kind of pull it to the outside there a little bit. Okay, same over here. Okay, very pretty. Just however you like your liner, you can do it that way. Some people like to do a cat eye. Sometimes I do, but today with this look, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick like this. I'm going to add a little bit more eyeshadow at the end of this look, but right now I'm going to do my face. So before I start, I like to set my my face. I am not a primer girl. I feel like it makes makeup slip up my face. I have not found one that I really like, but if you have one that you really like, you're welcome to use it. Instead of that, I like to use setting spray all over to just kind of set the canvas. So I'm gonna mist real quick all over. Again, SEINT has an amazing setting spray. It smells so good. Let it dry. And I really like to do this after I do my eyes because it helps to set the eyeshadow too. So while I'm priming my face, I'm also setting that eyeshadow. Okay. First things first, this is very important to me. I obviously don't have perfect skin. I've got some blemishes. I've got some redness and scarring, especially on this side. It's terrible, but I did not take care of my skin as a young woman. I just didn't, and I should have. When I was younger, I just didn't. This color is almost gone, but this is one of my favorite parts of the, of my entire doing my face. Makes the difference for me. My color is almost gone. I have another 10 I need to replace it with, but this is a contour color. It's like a brownish gray color, and it is called Aspen. And I'm going to dip in with with SEINT detail brush. I'm going to dip into Aspen, and I'm going to go into any spots that have redness or discoloration. And I know it seems kind of scary because it's the darker color, but I promise you, this works wonders. So I'm going into red spots right now, and I am going to just go over them with Aspen, the contour Aspen. I know that a lot of you like to get concealers that are lighter and you think that works. Honestly, we're causing more of a problem, and you will never ever cover a red spot or blemish well with a lighter color. It just won't work. I'm going into all these red spots and lightly with the smaller end of this detail brush covering up those spots. See how it's starting to cancel out that red color? I also like to go in, I have larger pores in here and some sunspots, so I go into this area too. Again, and on the inner side of my nose, really I have spots like everywhere. So I just use it anywhere I want some extra coverage. So again, this is like my Sunday look. I don't do this every time I do my makeup, but for television and stuff like that, I will. I do always use Aspen. Covering up. See the difference there? Okay, and the redness here. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I've got some blemishes that I want to cover up here. I've had some melasma slightly in here after I had my daughter. It started showing up, all that lovely hormonal stuff that we get to deal with as women. Any redness? Okay, and a little bit over here. And again, this is Aspen, a contour color. It's not actually a highlight color. It's a contour color. And I'm going in, area of large pores. And I've got a lot of redness in my nose. So I'll take Aspen and kind of, just real quickly. Okay. I also find that the color Sunlit, this is a highlight color. I'm about to show you. Okay. So that's Aspen all over. It gives me a nice even canvas. The color Sunlit is a highlight color, and if you can see, it's actually almost yellowy. But if you apply that yellow color to these red breakouts, it really cancels out that red. Okay, so I'm applying it to those breakouts on my chin, and just, you can even use your finger and just kind of tap it in. I've got one here. Oh, I didn't get enough on there. Right in here. Really cancels out redness. I get real red too here around my nose. So I'll add a tiny bit of Sunlit there. Okay, and I have a little breakout over here. A couple little spots. I'm just going to add some Sunlit to cancel out the red. And again, guys, I don't do this every time I do my makeup. This is for extra coverage for me. But these are great options if you want extra coverage all the time. Okay. What's next? Let's see. So there we go. I am now going to take my 3D brush, one of my favorites. I'm going to dip into my main highlight color, which is amber. I'm going to apply down here below my chin. And onto either side. And for a heavier coverage, I'm going to kind of, instead of rubbing, like blending, I'm tapping, kind of tapping in circular motions. Okay, make sure to blend down into your neck. You don't want that clown face going on. Then I'm going to take amber up here on my forehead, kind of in the middle of my forehead. You don't have to go all over because we're going to add other colors and you don't want it to get cakey. So, which it's kind of hard to make this makeup get cakey, honestly. All right, there we go. Then I'm going to take my detail brush, my favorite, this like thinner, longer end of the detail brush, and I'm going to apply my contour. I love a nice dark contour, so I'm going to dip into the color Indigo right here. Dipping into Indigo. And with this brush, I'm going to hug that cheekbone. And you don't want to come down too far, just right under where your natural cheekbone is. Hug that cheekbone. You don't want to pull your face down too low. You want to give yourself a natural facelift here. So Indigo, the detail brush makes it super easy to do this. Okay. Right there. Hugging those natural cheekbones. See how it gives you that chiseled look. It's beautiful. I also take that Indigo and go right here on the top of my head along the forehead. You don't have to go crazy blending everything in quite yet because we're going to blend at the end. Also take this underneath the jawline, up to the side of my face. Slim your face a little bit. Give you some nice shape. Same here. Okay. And then I'm going to take my 3D brush. I'm going to go into my lighter highlight color. So I'm actually out of the one that I normally use, which is Candlelit. I am going to dip into Moonlit instead and mix it a little bit with amber. The great thing about cream is you can mix it. And I'm going to go right in here in kind of a triangle shape under my eye and in a triangle. Okay? So again, Moonlit and a tiny bit of amber. I'm coming in here. Triangle shape under the eyes. Triangle of light is what they call it. Okay, right in here. I'm going to take that same Moonlit and a tiny bit of amber. I'm going to go up my nose. And up onto my forehead. Not far, just kind of right in here. My nose. Okay, just kind of put some color in there. Okay. Then, see, it's coming together. We're doing a 3D face here. Then I am going to take my, let me reach over here real quick, guys. The bronzer, our bronzer brush, bronzer and blush brush. So I'm going to use the bronzer end, and I'm going to dip into Bella Bronzer, my favorite. I'm going to get a tiny bit on that brush and come up right above, see how pretty? Right above my contour. Just kind of blend that in a little bit. This brush is so soft and pretty. Same thing here, dipping into some Bella Bronzer, coming above that contour on the other side. And I'm just gonna kind of blend it in. This brush is so soft. Okay. So we're blending in, it's coming together. Do the same thing again, Bella. And I'm going to come up here along the top of my forehead, and I am going to blend everything up. You see those colors just kind of blending together for that beautiful 3D look. It's coming together, guys. It's coming together. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to take my detail brush again. I'm going to go back into my nose contour, that flat end. Dipped into indigo again, and I'm coming up the side of my nose and the other side of my nose. And you can contour as much as you want to give the illusion of that thinner nose. You can contour with a lighter color if you want. I like to go a little darker. And then I take my lighter color, Moonlit or Candlelit or whatever your lighter highlight is, and I come straight up the center of my nose. Okay? Straight up the center of my nose. And I take my bronzer brush and I just kind of blend that out a little bit. Okay? Got a nice contoured nose. All right, now for blush, my favorite. It's actually a lip and cheek color. My favorite is Nude. So we're going to use that today. I'm going to take this and tap it on the ball of my cheek there. Same thing here on the ball of my cheek. Okay, and then I'm going to take my bronzer and blush brush. I'm going to go to the blush end and I'm going to blend it out. Blend, blend, blend. Look at that. So pretty. Blend, blend. You can even go back to your bronzer side to get a softer blend. Sometimes I just kind of switch back and forth to get that real pretty blend that I want. Okay, look at that. Look at that. So pretty. Also really important, I would take some bronzer on your bronzer brush and come down here through your neck too. Okay, look at that. Look how pretty. All Saint makeup, all cream base. Look how flawless that looks. It's crazy. Okay, so I am one that likes a really bright inner corner under my eye. So I am actually going to go dip into the color Versailles. It is one of our best colors for brightening up the eye. I'm going to dip in with my blend brush on the smaller end, and I am going to brighten just the inner corner of my eye. You don't want to pull this color way down on your face because it's going to drag your face down. So right on the inner corner, and then right here on the outer corner, I'm just going to kind of go up a little bit. Okay? This is cream makeup, so everything moves. If you put something in a spot you don't like, see how pretty? Then you can just wipe it off. Inner corner on this side, right under that inner corner. And I'm going to go a little bit on the outer corner, just like that. Just like that. Blend that out. Okay, no harsh lines. So pretty. Now, one of the last things that I do, I told you I was going to go back to the eyeshadow. I'm going to pull out my eyeshadow brush, and I am going to go to that smaller end. And I am going to dip back into Zion with the small end of the eyeshadow brush, dip back into Zion. And I am going to come right here along that lower lash line, and you put that color right here. on the outside of that lower lash line. Then I'm going to take my bigger side of the brush and just kind of blend it in real nicely. This really opens up that eye. Really makes that eye pop. Like, look at this one, and look at that. The difference, right? So I'm going to dip into Cyan again. Going to come under this one. That pretty brick reddish orange color. So pretty. Really makes his blue eyes pop. Go in with that smaller end and then blend it out with the bigger end. Okay, look at that. Bam. All right, and then I'm going to take my little funky brush, my little one. You can use whatever brush you want to do this. And I'm going to dip back into that eggnog color, the creamish white. And I'm going to add that right here to the inner corner and right under, like on the inner side of that lower lid, whatever you want to call it, under eye. Right there in the inner corner to really make it pop. Same thing here, dipping back into eggnog, going on this side, right under the bottom of your eyelid, inner corner, to highlight and really make it pop. Look at that, look at that. All right, one of the last things I'm doing, mascara. I don't use a ton. I do have lash extensions. I have like terrible, tiny little thin blonde lashes most of the time. So I'm gonna use the Falsies Lash Lift by Maybelline New York. It's one of my favorite ones. You can get it pretty much anywhere, any drugstore, and I'm getting to the bottom of this one, but I'm gonna go in and just add a little bit of mascara. Little bit there, and I'm going to come on the other side, a little bit of mascara. I don't need to do a lot because, again, I have the lash extensions and I don't want to be too crazy, but there we go. And I go in a little bit on that lower lash line, or the lower lashes, I'm sorry. Okay, look at that. If you want a more defined contour, you can always go back into your highlight color. I like to take my lighter highlight color and run it right under that contour line, and then blend it out. And then you've got a really sharp, pretty contour. Same thing on the other side. I'm gonna run that line right under that contour color. Take the other side of the blend brush and blend it out. If you like more of a defined contour, which I do. Okay. One last thing. I keep thinking of all these other things I need to do. One last thing, we have these beautiful cream illuminators to give you that glowy look. I'm going to dip into this color Angel. Normally I'd probably use rose gold, but I'm out right now. So I'm just going to use my finger, dip into Angel, and I'm going to go here just kind of on top of the cheekbone. Isn't it pretty? Just gives a really pretty glowy look right there on top of that cheekbone. And see, look at that. So pretty. Same thing on this side. Gonna add that glow. Gorgeous. I love it. Top of that cheekbone. So pretty. I love it. My favorite makeup in the world. And then I'm going to go up the center of my nose here. Okay. Guys, and that's it. I'm going to take my setting spray. I'm going to set her. Now, if you are oily, if you're afraid that your skin's going to get oily and you want to set a couple spots with powder, I love the e.l.f. HD powder. Super cheap, couple dollars. Find it anywhere. It's a white loose powder. Look, it's going everywhere. I like to take my, I'm losing my brushes, guys. Where's all my brushes? What in the world? I'm looking for the one that I need and I can't find it. Look at me. Okay, well, take any brush that you have. I like to use, oh, there it is. I found it. I'm working on a really small space here. So my blend brush, I dip a tiny bit into that powder, just kind of, and I'm going to go like through my T-zone. So right in here, up in the bottom of my forehead right there. I don't want to take away from that shimmer I just put on there with my illuminator. So I'm also going to tap in right in here where I tend to get a little oily. Just right under my eyes, right there. Anywhere you tend to get slightly oily, just put this in those little spots. Okay, look at that. So pretty. And for my lips, this is really the last thing. I feel like I keep saying last thing, and then there's something else I forgot. Okay, so on Sundays, with a glam look, I like to contour my lips. So I'm going to go into Indigo, the contour that I used, and I'm going to kind of line my lips, not on the line of my lips, but kind of a little bit on the outside to make them look fuller. Sorry, I keep moving where y'all can't see me. Kind of on the outside, right? If it's a little dark, just kind of wipe it off. Same thing, kind of going underneath my lip here. Okay. Giving the illusion of a slightly fuller lip. I like to go back into like a highlighter color, a bright color. Take like this in and do your Cupid's bow right above your lip. Okay, so I'm just highlighting that Cupid's bow just a tiny bit. Okay, then into my favorite color that we offer, nude. I used it on my cheeks. I'm going to use it on my lips too. I'm going to take my multitasker brush. Oh, that is Indigo. What am I doing? Flip to the other side of the brush and dip into the nude. Real pretty satin finish. Goes on so smooth. And I have been obsessed with one of our colors for a gloss. We have gloss colors, matte colors, satin colors, whatever you're looking for. But this pretty, it's like a goldy, shimmery pink. It's called Sunshine State. And I go in and just add a little gloss over that nude. There we go. That's it, guys. And this time I promise that's really it. And I took a little longer with the video just because I'm explaining everything and taking my time. If I'm doing my makeup on Sunday, honestly, it takes me 20 minutes, maybe 20, 30 minutes, once you get the hang of where this makeup goes and how you use it. But look at that flawless finish, all in one palette, one makeup. I mean, guys, you just can't get better than that. That's my whole face. More of a glam look, like I said. Full coverage, whole face. I am not using a filter right now. This is me. You guys saw me at the beginning, and now you're seeing the after. This is the beauty of Saint Beauty. It's wonderful, and I will look like this all day. I mean, occasionally I have to go in and like get a brush and, you know, touch up something. But for Sundays, it's great because, you know, we're there Sunday morning and we're there Sunday night, and, you know, it's a long day. So this makeup just lasts. It wears so beautifully for anyone, any skin type. You got to give it a try. Anyways, I'll let y'all go. This has been a long video, but I hope you learned something. Maybe got some tips on how to do your Saint makeup, or maybe an eyeshadow look that you liked. You can buy pretty much everything that I used here today on my website. So gracebrumley.saintofficial, that is SEINT. gracebrumley.saintofficial.com. You can shop all of this makeup. You can shop our collections. And if you would like to get color matched, reach out to me on Instagram. Visit the link in my bio on Instagram. It'll take you straight to a color match form that you can fill out, send to me. And I will get you color matched and get you started. But this is it. Hope y'all had some fun and learned something, and catch me on here next time. Bye.